Joining us now, Mr. Ajeya Pratap Singh, the son of former Prime Minister Mr. VP Singh. Thank you very much for your time. You witnessed the unveiling of the statue of your dad live from Presidency College in Chennai. What was the family's emotions at that time?
Overwhelming for me, and I think the family is overjoyed, very happy. Father spent 40 odd years in public life. This is the first acknowledgement of any government or any event that has taken place ever for him.
It was Mr. VP Singh who implemented the 27% reservation for OBCs and government jobs across India, particularly the central government jobs. What, in your view, is his greatest contribution to India as Prime Minister?
There were many, but the most controversial one, which is now again 33 years after implementation, has become topical again. He implemented Mandal, he lost his government, and somewhere it all got lost in time. All of a sudden, and I was reading the speech here on this occasion that he had made many years ago in Harvard University, which has now become part of the syllabus in Harvard. A very touching, a very emotional speech, where he then said 28 years ago that the movement has started and this will not stop. Elections are going on in 4 states right now, 5 states, and this has become a hot topic in every state. What is the compulsion? After all, these are the parties that toppled his government. This is what my father said 28 years ago. This movement has started, it will not. Now these political parties are accepting reality.
Right. Almost 3 decades of the reservation in force across India. Now we live in an era where there's a demand for caste-wise census. Do you think what Mr. VP Singh began is still relevant now?
The big picture is still like providing affirmative action for the deprived classes. That picture continues because it's still underachieved. The caste census and all is a little detail in the bigger picture. So I would not like to comment on that, but just focus on the big picture going forward, that yes, affirmative action that was taken in this country many years ago by my father still needs to be implemented fully. Because if you look at the numbers of the reservations, be it the 22% for the Dalits or the 27% for the backward classes, and you see the number of jobs that have been filled up, they are still not there. Which means the bias and the discrimination still exists. We are very good at beating a system. You can make a law, but people are very clever in beating the system and singing their own tune.
Lastly, is Mr. VP Singh one of the under-celebrated Prime Ministers in India?
In my opinion, absolutely. Absolutely. Every Prime Minister has had their portrait installed in Parliament. They've had a smarak made for them in Delhi, covering 50 acres and 40 acres. My father doesn't even have 100 square yards of a smarak. He doesn't even have his portrait hanging in Parliament. The fact is, he was the Prime Minister of the country. He deserves some recognition. This is not asking for a lot.
You said it was a humbling experience. What was your mother's thoughts and emotions?
I don't know. I never discussed with her. My mother was the solid support in his entire political life. She was never written about. She was never celebrated. But we know how my father ran campaigns in 88 and 89 and even before. We were very frugal. The 89 election that he won was run out of one telephone, a landline. We didn't have cell phones that time, but one landline. My mother used to man it. She used to cook food. She used to cook food for all the people who would come.
When she saw the statue being unveiled today?
I'll check with her, but I'm pretty sure she's pretty touched. Pretty touched. And once again, I've said it 100 times today, and I'll say it again. Thank you, Mr. Chief Minister.
Thank you so much for your time. That was Mr. Ajeya Pratap Singh, the son of Mr. VP Singh, the former Prime Minister, on the unveiling of his statue at the Presidency College in Chennai. With Suresh, Sam Daniel, for NDTV.